I want RIT to take us to a game 5, hit that 3-2, because like you said, they played in the regular season. And listen, this is playoffs, right? They had time to go into the lab, watch that VOD, figure stuff out. I think playoffs is any tournament format in general for any team is where we see them to be final, right? And I want and like you said, if RIT is performing well, I want to experience that. I want to see that. And we're gonna get right into this game here with Darren flying to that control side. And as I say that about RIT, he's gonna be backed off. But Blaze Flame has his help, and it's an even fight on both sides. And I don't think anybody picked up that camo yet.
OU, I believe, has the camo. Which, if you're an OU fan, that's what you really want to see. Sparkles Fart literally just pushed right for it, and maybe a little bit of a blunder out of RIT for not really putting the pressure up. But this is the guy you want with camo. I've been so impressed with how Sparkles Fart has been playing this season. He has really improved, and I'm excited to watch him play. And then on the side of RIT, when they played before, Darren was that guy. So I think those are the two players you're going to want to watch here. And none of these teams are really prioritizing the ball just yet. And as I say that, OU picks up the ball while getting the slays. This is what you want to see. They're holding the map control while getting this time. And Tricolor Will has this ball, and he's looking towards White to kind of get that information.
Yeah, Sparkle fought. You can see that he's trying to reposition to help out his team as they hold that ball. I think that camo should be up by now. Like, it should be over. And indeed it is. So Sparkle's Fart is just going to fly in there, get that one pick on that player. And he's doing a decent job here protecting that ball for his team. I mean, time is White right now. 3 down go for RIT, though. It's a strong hold from Oklahoma. Last alive is in a Norca. Excuse me, that was pure Leaf Base. And he's gone.
Yeah, well, I got to say, Sparkles Fart there pops the damage, backs down, pops more damage, backs down. That is what I love seeing with this roster. And one thing I always talk about when I'm casting is I love watching the teamwork of these players, and especially in playoffs, it's you, your 3 other teammates against the world, and this is where it matters most. So I love seeing that these gunfights, both teams are taking them together, and honestly, that's the key for this matchup.
Yeah, those are my thoughts exactly. I think oddball is where you find out just exactly how disciplined players and teams can be, because it's so much of communicating and pushing together. Oh my god, a double kill from Pure Leaf Ice there. That nade. That's gonna be 4 down for Oklahoma. Yeah, this is gonna be their hold now, and we're gonna see what sort of fortress they're gonna set up around that ball. A few of those spawners come in from Oklahoma on that A side. That camo is gonna be highly contested. I mean, Pure Leaf Ice isn't gonna feel too comfortable flying on that just yet. Darren's gonna make sure that they have to fight for it still, though. Oklahoma now. It does get popped. I'm not sure who popped that.
Away with it.
Yeah, he does get away with it.
That is awesome if you're on the side of OU, but I also think RIT, they're playing this super smart. I'd love to make sure that they play this ball. While that camo's getting up, they're getting the time, and they throw the ball out, and now it's a 7-point game. I think that is, if you're an RIT fan, that's what you kind of want to see. They may not have gotten that camo, but they brought the scoreline back.
100%. 3 down now for RIT. It's a solid hold from Tricolor Whale and Co. We're gonna have to see what he does more with this camo, because at the moment it does feel a little bit shaky in terms of how much utility they're getting out of it. And this is perfect, exactly what they need. Spotting all those players, spawning C plat. He's gonna call that out to his team. They're gonna be ready for them on the push and keep holding that ball, so long as they win these gunfights, of course. And it looks like Purely Fights and Co are trying to cross that catwalk. But it looks like they don't make it. Sparkles Fart takes down too.
And that's Halo Top with the shock rifle, which if you're orange, you don't want that player. You don't want Halo Top to have that snipe. That he has been playing out of his mind, and having this power up and in the control, OU is really just taking. And look at that double kill. As I'm saying it, he gets 2, and OU is 10 seconds away from winning this round 1, and he is just absolutely destroying them anytime they're trying to push up and get towards the ball. And that's round 1 going to the side of OU. That is such an impressive round out of them. They really put the damage, held the map control, and they were really working together there.
Absolutely. I mean, Halo Top, even just if he wasn't completing kills, he was putting damage into those players pushing the A, and it was Sparkles Fart holding on to, not holding on to the ball, but making sure that they don't get the ball. RIT. And looks like they get the camo here off rip too. It's 2 down for Oklahoma, but Sparkles Farm manages to get away. He's being chased though. Is he gonna get out? They're still chasing him. They can't find him.
And he's popping the shots, backing down. And this is such a
good
play.
He absolutely
and he gets a double
this.
out of it. This is, if you are an OU fan, this is what you love to see. I am loving the teamwork. You could tell that the comms are flowing. They're talking to each other. And with talking with OU before playoffs, the big thing that they were talking about was just making sure that they were on the same page. And they've been working with their coaching staff. They've been working together, and you can really see that they're applying it forward here.
Absolutely. I'm seeing something a little concerning out of RIT right now. They're spawning into that like long haul C side, and they're kind of turtled up. It seems like they're a little afraid to push out, which like I can't exactly blame them. But at the same time, I mean, you have your 4 up. Make some plays. I mean, I guess what they're trying to do is maybe get some cross map info and maybe get some shots in before moving in. And I guess, yeah, RIT's pushing into A right now. Maybe they're going to be able to hold this ball. 1 player was up there in glass, but 2 go down now, 3 now.
And look
down
at
for
that
RIT.
teamwork. Look at that teamwork. And I agree with your point. I think RIT is kind of playing it a little slow, but OU is controlling the pace. And if you're RIT and you want to get back into this, you need to push as a team and really try to put the pace in their favor. They're just letting OU get all of this free time as OU is they're at the 50-second mark. They're halfway to closing out this game 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the momentum and oddballs. I mean, you just can't let teams run away with these sorts of plays, and that's exactly what we need on RIT right now. That's 3 down for Oklahoma. Prisma's last alive. He's going to be able to clear that 1 player out. Blaze Flame is the last alive. He's 1 shot, but his team is spawning there with him. Prisma's, I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this alive. I say that, but he's playing his life really well.
He is playing so annoying right now. They go for his teammate, but Priz is playing so annoying, and RIT has to worry about him. They're not able to capitalize on that 4 dead or 3 dead that they got. They weren't able to grab this ball. And look at Try. He pops the damage, runs away. Sparkles Farts pushing up, and Halo Top has this camo.
Yeah. He's going to clean up that damage on those players. That looks like the gunfight. He's going to win against Darren here, too, in this Mohawk side of the map.
Bullet.
Yep, he's got it, though. 3 down now for RIT. It's all about pacing, right? I mean, Oklahoma's dictating the pace of this game, and, like, respectfully, I don't even think that they're making it that fast. This might sound a little bit like hindsight, but I just feel like RIT needs to just fly and be confident, win those gunfights. Sometimes being slow and methodical isn't always the way. If you can just get in a team's face and kind of make them sporadic, that's all you need. But right now, Oklahoma's comfortable.
And RIT, as you're saying that, they do exactly that. They push together. They get the break on A. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of push out of this, because right now all of them are on A. You've got Halo Top with the shock rifle, popping damage and running away. And then RIT is still up here. They're getting some time here. If you're OU, they get 1 pick. There are trades going around. It's a 3v3 on the map right now, and Tricolor Whale gets taken out. There's 2 up on the side of OU, and RIT is holding the line. They are doing exactly what we talked about. They turned it around. They pushed together, and maybe this is where we see RIT really control the pace from here.
Yeah, right there you could totally tell that the comms were flowing for RIT. They were calling out every weak player and moving together accordingly and finishing off those kills. Halo Top and Tricolor Whale do push through that Whirlpool side, though, and it's last alive in Orca with the ball. 4 down now for RIT. They clear that out. I mean, just a great break out of them.
Yeah, I would have loved to see RIT play it a little sooner. I really think, in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of when teams try to get the every second they can out of the ball. I would love for them to just throw it out and try to pop this damage, because they go 4 dead. OU has this ball. And look at that. Priz plays it because he knows that they're pushing up. This is exactly what I was trying to say. Now he's able to play annoying and do the damage, and he gets a huge pick. Trades are going on both sides, and Orca is going for this ball. They're trying to get the time back. And is he going to get out with his life? Tricolor Whale gets a huge pick as his camo is going up. And right now, they're making RIT. They have to scramble. Do they go for the camo? Do they go for the ball? You have 8 seconds before OU closes out this map 1.
Yeah, I think it was Blaze Flame there trying to go for a last-minute attempt to get that ball, and it looks like they're not going to be able to right there. That's going to be Oklahoma taking game 1 here in this winners round 2 for the Apollo playoffs. Great plays out of them. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie, that first 2 minutes is a blur after Magic joined. that might be top 5 for a clip in college Halo.
And Tuco says send the contract, you know. And huge shout out to Tuco in the chat who qualified for our Division 1 land. We love Tuco, but we're loading right back in.
We're back into it.
How the setup, and OU played differently off the start. Halo top pushed mid, but this time he's not. RIT grabs the snipe and backs out, and they're wasting this ammo. They don't want OU to have this. And we're popping the shots, and snipe is already out here.
That's not, if I'm going to be honest, that's not a good sign. I think you need to have more confidence if you're RIT. They're showing exactly what I'm talking about. They're turtling up. They're giving a lot of respect to Oklahoma. I mean, you can't give too much. Like, I mean, giving respect to a team that you know is good is not a bad thing necessarily, but to the point where you're not even comfortable using the power weapons. I mean, I guess maybe they're just relying too much more or way more on their Bandit Evo play. I mean, honestly, 8-5, not a bad start for them. So they're keeping it a little even.
And listen, I gotta highlight Tricolor Whale. 7 out of the 8 kills are assists on the side of OU. They are playing together, and it goes back to the teamwork. I'm saying, like, they're just popping the shots together. Sparkle Fart gets 2, and there's 1 up top mid, and OU's gonna try to close this out. They get the pick, and I want them to keep running at them here, kind of keep them staggered the spawns, but they opt to kind of just hold the map control. There's 1 player on B, and Camel pushes up, and they do exactly that. They do the pinch.
They're trapped.
And they're trapped. Prisma gets the perfect kill. He pops the shots. He plays his life. His teammates get the assist. This is what you want to see. And Orca's forced to back down. But Halo Top knows where he is. And you're going to just see the collapse. And as we're saying, this Blaze Flame drops on back tower. More picks are going on the side of OU. And this is utter dominance that we are seeing.
Yeah, if you're just like writing out the flow chart of this map, and it's exactly how we said it was gonna go. RIT Orange not having those power-ups, not having that sniper is gonna cost them the win. Surely Oklahoma grabs that camo. They didn't have the sniper, but just that camo was enough for them to pull away with now double digits before RIT could even get to 10. I say double digits. Oklahoma has 23. RIT does not have double digits yet.
Listen, you gotta highlight Halo Top, who is 10-2. I talked with Halo Top. He's been in AIDS. We've talked a little bit, and he was telling me today. I messaged him. I said, "How are you feeling about today?" And he said, "I'm coming out to make a statement." And you could see it in his gameplay. He's been working hard. Another player. A lot of this OU roster plays in 8s. Once again, I'm just saying they've got the lead. They play in 8s. And Priz has got the camo. This is what you want to see if you're an OU fan. And they're not giving RIT a second to breathe here, and that's a huge double kill out of Prisma. Looking for the triple kill, he isn't able to get it, but that's 4 dead on the side of RIT. Look at this teamwork.
And there's a sniper in the hands of Prisma. Oh my! Darren almost just got his head taken off and happened to crouch at just the perfect frame. But I mean, they're gonna need more than that. RIT coming out of the spawn here on A side. Prisma with that snipe and camo is going to be super scary for them, though. I'm not sure how they're going to feel pushing out of this. And Anorca catches a body shot, but still not quite taken out. Halo Top and Co are going to be flying in, knowing that those players are damaged, though, and that's 4 downs once again. They're just trapped.
You see that? Priz puts the damage. He doesn't challenge. They are playing this perfect. If you're RIT, you got to call Magic. You got to get Magic in this lobby right now because OU is not letting you breathe. You've got Halo Top 7 going 16-3. He's popping the damage, playing his life. He gets him one shot, and you see Sparkle Fart runs up, and they're both one shot in pillars. This is what you want to see. And he's out of ammo. He is popping that much damage. And Insane Orca is pushing up pillars here. I want to see where RIT is spawning, but it doesn't matter because OU's just running at the spawners. They're not letting RIT think for a second. They said, "We see you at pillars. We don't care. We're going to push your spawner."
Yeah, Oklahoma has all the confidence in the world to just go wherever they want, find where RIT is, and then fight them accordingly. I mean, you look at that. Perfect discipline out of Prisma there. Knows that he's not going to win the fight, and he's like, "I'm just going to let my teams do it." You know? And something I was noticing, I think it was in Anorca, I'm not sure, was like 1 of 2 alive on RIT, still pushing Oklahoma by himself. And it's just like, that's just kind of a level 1 understanding of working with the team. You shouldn't push by yourself, especially on a Slayer where you're just going to be team shot.
And I would love to hear the comms because I know these RIT, the RIT guys. You're out of it. I want to hear the comms. I want to see how they're trying to bring each other back into it. But also, I bet you OU, they're calling everything out. You notice as soon as someone fires 1 bullet, there's a teammate looking towards it, and we're about to see a steak dinner here. This is utter dominance, and they're playing the life on camo, and that is a huge win.
Yeah.
And Tricolor Whale calls game with a perfect kill.
But that's going to rely entirely on their teamwork, which, if I'm being honest, we've seen moments of brilliance out of RIT. They can work as a team. They understand how to work as a team. They're calling out when they need to call out. And, this is a perfect time for them to display those moments of brilliance.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, listen, I need everybody in the chat. I need you guys fired up. We are in map 3. OU so close to closing this series out 3-1, or is RIT going to battle back here? The initial kills are going on the side of RIT. Prisma is the last alive with camo, and he is just playing so annoying. And Darren does spot him out. We're gonna see if Prisma can get out with his camo, and he does. And now, if you're RIT, you have the thought in the back of your head, where is this camo? But they're just pushing up in the base, and Prisma gets 2, and now there's only 1 up on the side of RIT, and he's in their base, and they're already popping shots into him.
Yeah, Oklahoma's going to recognize that this is exactly the moment they have to capitalize on. They're going to know that this player's just spawning in Fridge, which is just a standard play for Aquarius, right? And RIT, they're OEing, which is a good play out of them. Tricolor Whale does get that pull, and that's 3 down now for RIT. I mean, already getting past the halfway mark, it's looking like this is going to be a cap already.
And look at this flag run out of Tricolor Whale. He's running it. He does get taken out. And I think there's a guy that slipped through P2, but Priz sees him. And I think OU is running this flag in. They're about to get that first cap. And that's Sparkle Fart putting in the first flag. And now you've got Halo Top 7 putting in. He gets two on the P side and then drops and plays his life. That is so disciplined out of him. He is 4-1 with 4 assists. Halo Top wants it. He said, bring me the winners final. He wants to continue this dominance and aim for a second chip under that OU banner.
Yeah, RIT right now is just kind of trapped in their back base. They want to get some cross-map slays before they can push up, and they're doing just that. There's still 4 up for them, 2 down now for Oklahoma. Tricolor Whale is going to recognize that Nanork is left alone, but RIT aren't immediately get that trade, and they're pulling back some map control. That 3-man push towards the car side of the map was really solid. Yeah, but right now they are a little split up.
And that's 1 player down. And I gotta say, I said on the Quigley stream, it drives me crazy that Blaze Flame has his shoulder pads sticking out into the screen. That kind of checks me out, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm sorry if you didn't notice it, and now every time you're gonna see it. So I apologize. But camo does get burned. If you're RIT, you're happy that it's not in their hands anymore, and you could see it. You could see it in the corner.
I'm gonna give a hot take. I like it being there. I like the armor set where you can see your. I don't know what it is. It's like so abnormal for me too, because I'm very head casey. But I like having the knife there. It just looks cool. I don't know. It's like, oh, there's a knife there. That's me. I like the big knife.
And while you're saying that, RIT holds the line in the util. They're pushing in numbers, and I would love to see them kind of keep pushing up. But so you've got 3 members of OU on the car side, putting the pressure and backing down. But there's 4 on the side of RIT, so they're going to push this up. They get Tricolor Whale, and they're going to keep pushing up here. You've got 2 members on the front side of the base, and Halo Top 7 gets 2, and he's playing his life. And I think he's going to run into this player on car. He hears his teammates. They're talking to each other. They're pushing up, and that's another. And that's 2 out of Tricolor Whale, who is 9-6. I gotta highlight Tricolor Whale. He's playing absolutely unbelievable this map 3.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Connor, but it looked like in that moment, Oklahoma was pushing the car side, and RIT spawned towards the car side and was seemingly so ready to take that fight. And they won it. They were able to get Oklahoma out of their base. They're getting pushed back inside. but I just want to acknowledge the way that they were able to react to that so quickly. And once again, it's showing that they're able to work together as a solid force.
Tricolor Whale doesn't care. He's gonna keep challenging you there, and he wins the fight. And RIT, I'd love to see as they're getting these picks to push up a little bit more. They're trying to put pressure on this util side, but there are 2 members of OU, and look at that. One member, he gets treated out, but it's just, you can see that the comms are there for this OU roster. One takes a gunfight, and then he backs down, plays his life. You can see how disciplined they are playing.
Yeah, that cross map hold from Halo Top is so big, and they're gonna get 3 down now for RIT. I think he's pushed up a little too far. Yeah, they're not gonna spawn fridge there. They're gonna spawn back base, and that might leave Oklahoma in a vulnerable spot. And they still get that pull away though. Priz is flying towards the car side, 2 down for RIT, but he's getting shot in the back.
And his
Sparkles is right there for him.
His teammates are there, and you've got Sparkles Far all the way in their side of their base. I think there's one pushing up. I think Darren is pushing up, and Tricolor Whale takes him out instantly. Look at the map control that they're holding. Sparkles Far is just hanging on their util bridge. She's popping the shots. He said, if you want to take the fight, you got to run at me. And a little bit, I don't really like how RIT's not together here. They do get the pick on Tricolor Whale. I'd love to just see them group up and push something together.
Yeah, it's exactly what's working for them, right? When they're just having like a 3 or 4 man push on one side of the map, they're winning those gunfights. And for what it's worth, despite the actual objective scoreline, the fights between these 2 teams are generally a little even this map. So I think that goes to show that RIT is capable of you know, going toe-to-toe against Oklahoma, but it's just a matter of keeping up those gunfights, keeping up that speed, and you know, taking advantage of when they have numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I really do want to highlight on the OU side is look at Halo Top 7. Look at Sparkles Far. You've got 12 assists and 10 assists. They are putting the damage down, and they're communicating with their teammates. Hey, he's here one shot, and you can see that this team is reacting off it. And a huge trade on that P2. And Blaze Flame is trying to get this return. There's 2 there. And they're going to be able to get this return, and they are in OU's util, so it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of react off of this. The slays are going in their favor. Halo Top hits the jump and stops that flagpole. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think I've ever hit that jump from the B-side. I'm going to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm unk. Maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe I'm washed. But that is a huge heads-up play out of Halo Top to stop that momentum for RIT. Feels like RIT really is almost there and almost has the exact play, but then a player from OU really steps up and just stops them in their tracks.
Yeah, whether it was intentional or not, RIT had the exact sort of just positioning and the right push that they needed in order to get a flagpole there. Oklahoma was spawning in that fridge side of the map, but I mean, like you said, Halo Top did hit that jump. He just got he got 1 perfect kill. He got 2 members of RIT, 3 down now for them, and they're flying into this flag again. They're gonna probably get a pull, but Blaze Flame actually able to protect the flag.
They don't grab the flag, which I honestly, I don't hate it because they're going to be putting pressure for this camo. RIT is going for it, and Prisma, I think, gets it and gets away. He gets away with this camo. So, yes, they didn't get the flagpole, but honestly, you have two flag caps. You got 4 minutes on the clock, and you have this camo. You don't need to really rush this here. OU is just holding the map control. They're popping the damage. Priz puts the damage, picking it up, and that's 2 dead on the side of RIT.
Chris is playing this camo so well. You could see that he was just playing the info guy for his team momentarily. And as soon as he identified exactly where the hole was for RIT's positioning, that's exactly when he started pushing and laying down shots. And look at that, 4 down now for RIT. That's a just guaranteed pull for Oklahoma. I don't even well, purely Feist off the spawns able to take him out.
I would have loved to see them pull util there. I think you get the picks, and I would have loved to see you try
have some more protection.
It's a little bit of unfortunate, but honestly, you force RIT, and OU gets a touch. OU gets a touch, which is huge here. But it puts RIT in such an awkward position because they've kind of got to go for this read, but they also, there's 3 minutes on this clock. They have to get 2 flags, possibly 3. in this next 3 minutes, or they are getting knocked to the losers bracket. And listen, we got the man of the hour on our screen, Halo Top 7, who's doing it all. He's got the most kills. He's got 16 assists, and he puts a flag cap on the board. Listen, we might have to figure out how to do this, but if we do a fantasy college Halo league, Halo Top 7 is getting you your points right now. Yeah. He's doing the OBJ. He's getting the slays. He's getting the damage. This is what you want to see for the player to take over like this. And especially in playoffs, he must be feeling so good right now.
Absolutely. I also want to give a quick shout out over to the Genesis Rider. Thank you for that, host. Much love. This is the Apollo playoffs here for College Halo. We're right now in winner's side round 2 between Oklahoma University and Rochester Institute of Technology. And right now we're seeing Oklahoma 2 flags away from taking this to a 3-0 and moving on to that winner side of the bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. And to give you a quick update on the B stream, NC State is up 2-0 against Baylor University. So also huge shout out to the Quigley podcast, who is doing the B stream matches. So shout out to them. But RIT gets this camo. You have a minute 40 here. You don't have a lot of time to wait. You have to get a flagpole going within the next 10 seconds, in my opinion, or I think this might be over. And it's just utter dominance on the side of OU. There's 25 kills from both Priz and Halo Top. Look at the assist. Tricolor Whale is 23 and 17. And they are shutting these players down on RIT. They said, listen, we don't care if it's a league match. It is playoffs. We don't care what it is. We're gonna bring the fight to you. They are 1 minute away, and they're pulling another flag. They want this series to be over.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. I mean, I know in the beginning of that map, I don't know if Oklahoma heard me saying that these fights are even, because they just ran away with these slays. I mean, both Halo Top and Priz almost at 30 points. Purely Ice almost gets Sparkle's part there to stop the flag cap, but wasn't quite able to do it in time. I mean, it's 2 down now for Oklahoma, but RIT, you have 30 seconds. I don't think, I'm sorry, I don't think you're going to get 4 caps. Yeah.
If you are an OU fan, you are excited because OU is moving on to the winners finals. This is utter dominance. I was going into this, RIT played their first match really well, and I was excited for this matchup. I thought it was gonna go to a 3-1, but this dominance out of the OU roster stops them dead in their tracks, and OU is moving on to the winners finals.